Hey, how's it going, friends? Good evening. This is Old Timer. Welcome to Gaming for Old Timers. Tonight we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Online. And here on the screen you see my character Fergus, Old Timer. He is a multifaceted character. He's got a lot of skills and classes he's working on, as well as a number of different jobs. All of the jobs and working on all of the classes. But right now we're working on getting used to playing the different roles within the different dungeons. And in the past I have served as a healer and learned quite a bit about the dungeons themselves, about some of the mechanics, and just getting a feel for the character and the game as a whole. Now, tonight, I will be taking on the role as an archer. I'm going to go in as a ranged DPS. I have 3 different classes I qualify to do these dungeons under. As a healer, as conjurer. For melee DPS, as the lancer. And as the ranged DPS, archer. So, we're going to go in with the archer because it is the lowest level. And typically, I will gain level 2, maybe even 3. Probably just 2 because he's pretty fresh into level 21. But still, run 1 dungeon, gain 2 levels, that's pretty nice. So, we're going to go ahead and join the duty finder here. And we're going to sign up for all 3 that we qualify for. Now, I'm a little high on level for these because I haven't been focusing as much as I should be on my main scenario quests. I've been chipping away at it, but you know, to this point I've opened up 3 dungeons and I'm happy with that. So we're going to join the queue for all 3 of these, knowing that it does take a while. Last time I did this, it took about 10 minutes to get in. They're saying an average wait time of 7, so cross your fingers. And I'm going to go run a couple of errands real fast and maybe do some editing to magically put us to that point where we are joining the dungeon. But yeah, hang in there. I will be checking in once in a while here to make sure that we are ready to go. All right, folks. Well, as you can see on the screen there, it has been 18 minutes. And they keep pushing back the amount of time it will take. We're up to 2 out of 2 DPS classes now. All we need is a tank and a healer. Don't have high hopes. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. And then I'm just going to switch over and play a healer again. It's kind of disappointing because I'm looking for balance, and so far the balance is really not in the favor of DPS classes. It tells me that there are just a ton of DPS classes, a lot of people playing DPS, not enough people playing tank and or healer, and the game hasn't compensated. How that would happen, what that would look like, I don't know. Maybe it would be 3 DPS in a party. I don't know. I don't know how you would fix that, but it's kind of a disappointment that there's such a long wait time. And in this case, I'm coming up on 20 minutes, whereas if I switch over to healer, it's just about instantaneous. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now at 20 minutes over the average wait time of 18 minutes. Let's see how quickly this changes now from DPS to healer, what the wait time change is. So come back over here, load up on my conjurer, wearing his marshmallow gear. Join those. Look at that. Instant. I am in right away. And it's nice to know that I can get in quickly as a healer, doing copper bell mines. That's good. But the fact remains, I really wanted to do some of the stuff as a DPS character. and I haven't tried anything as a tank yet. I don't feel confident in my knowledge of the dungeons or my knowledge of the tank classes yet. I guess right now it'd be Marauder. That's the only one I'm really familiar with, but oh good, Nate Fury. That's a good tank name right there. All right, let's see how my group is going to do here. See if Nate can hold aggro and the rest of them can avoid aggro. So far, so good. Looks like we've got some pretty good damage output. And a little bit Rugug Wolfgar. Nice. Well, I do hope that they back off of stealing aggro just a little bit here, but so far so good. We'll keep them alive. If we got it, right? I guess it's our job. So right now, Rugug, he does not have the little leaf icon in front of his name. He's got a PL. I'm not sure what that means. The rest of us are certifiable noobs. But if you know what that means, feel free to let me know in comments below, because I truly am a noob. And there are a lot of aspects of this game I just don't understand. At least not yet. I'm sure once it's pointed out to me, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. But right now, that's a brand new little icon there at the front. I have no idea what that is. But I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty quick and easy run. Seems that everyone here has a pretty good understanding of what their job is and what the dungeon calls for. So that's good. So you see Rugug has gotten in as a DPS, same as I was, an archer. Same, and Jack Lecter got in as a lancer. I did that earlier today. I was able to get in as a lancer doing the same dungeon, and it worked out pretty well. There was only like 6 or 7 minute wait that time. But when you compare that with the instant, I mean, as soon as I signed on as a healer, boom, I was in. Just seems a little disproportionate to me. And it may have been that way. It may have, that might be the norm, which is unfortunate, because you don't want to discourage a specific class, a specific type of character. You would hope for some balance there. And I've read a couple comments from folks in chat for prior videos about, hey, DPS, no one really likes DPS anyway. Well, half of our group is DPS. That's just something we have to kind of keep in mind here. Half of the people that are doing these dungeons are DPS, and that's still not enough spots. We still need more spots for DPS in our dungeons, at least at this early stage in the game. Now, does that change later on? No clue. I'll know when I get there. But as it stands right now, early game, we're talking the first 3 dungeons, and maybe we should have some more opportunities for the DPS. I don't know. How do you feel? What do you think? Is the old timer just full of it? Because it wouldn't be the first time. Ask my wife. Hey, look at that. Fergus Oldtimer has leveled up as a thaumaturge. What was he when he came into this? 26? So yeah, he's out-leveling my other character classes solely because he can get into dungeons and the other classes can't. Oh, well, right? I'll use my other classes for the MSQ and use that as an opportunity to level up. I have been doing some of the side quests, a lot of the side quests, mainly to help bring some parity to the other classes. I mean, I've just started playing, what was it that I just started playing? What is ACN? Arcanist. And yeah, I had to just go farm some mobs to, you know, a couple of general quests that you get to do as the class, but I had to just go kill a bunch of extra mobs just to make sure that I was relatively close. But yeah, I've got to level up my pugilist, I've got to level up my rogue, my, gosh, what else do I have that's really low right now? Gladiator. I've got some work to do. But that's the thing. I don't feel like it's work. I don't feel it's as much of a grind. Coming from World of Warcraft, you've only got the one class, right? And if you choose to play another class, it's a whole nother character. And it's a grind. There's no doubt about it. You have to work incredibly hard just to, you know, if you're going to have a healer. What am I doing? Why did I lose target? If you're going to have a healer and you're going to have a tank and you're going to have a DPS, they're typically 3 different characters, with a few exceptions. You know, the druid can certainly play all 3. Shaman can play all 3 to a certain extent, but not an easy and quick, you know, leveling process. But if you choose to play a hunter and you think, I wonder what it'd be like to be a healer. Well, you're rolling up another character. There's no way around it. You're not going to heal as a hunter, nor are you going to heal as a rogue. So that's a big plus that this game has over World of Warcraft, amongst many. I've gone over quite a few of them. But the ability to take all of this on with the same character. You know, Fergus can establish a name for himself as a healer in dungeons, but also as a ranged DPS in certain quest lines, you know, whatever. It's kind of cool. I'm hoping that as we get higher in level, the disparity becomes a little less obvious when it comes to dungeons, allowing me to play whatever class I want to play in a dungeon. That would be ideal. I'll pull my aggro mobs over to the tank here. There we go. Make sure Rugug doesn't die. This is a weird room. There's so many things happening. It's hard to keep track of it all, especially once we start. Is it this room? No, it's a later room, but we have the slime that ends up being split into so many different pieces. It's, pardon my French, a bit of a shit show. But it's a fun challenge. And that's where you're like really hoping and praying your tank knows what he's doing to get that AoE off just enough time to gather all the aggro he needs to gather to keep the group alive, for sure. And there's our boss, or mini boss. I'm going to throw in a dot there. Maybe a little direct damage spell. let them know that, hey, I can do some damage too now. That's right. Fergus Old Timer laying down the hurt. And throwing in a heal. All while wearing some fabulous pants. Fabulous, I say. Alright, let me see what's in here. Greed. Oh, I've already got those. And greed. There we go. And as always, I'm just greeting those because I don't really have the time to sit and go over all of the stats, compare them to what I've got. Hey, if I win it, great. If not, oh well. I'm sure I'll get some better the next time around. Because honestly, the dungeons have been quite kind to me when it comes to loot so far. Alright, I already got all that. Yes, I'm coming, I'm coming. Hold on to your shorts. This reminds me of the elevator ride from Captain Marvel. No, Captain America. Where he gets jumped by all the other guys in the elevator. Well, speaking about the Spriggan, last time we did this dungeon, you know, I understand that, yeah, they can be kind of scary, they can do a lot of damage, but they're little bunny foo-foos, and it's hard to be intimidated by little bunny foo-foos. I think that would be, if I'm going to be critical of anything in the game, is that I'm not as big a fan of the anime style that this game, you know, not all of it certainly, but many aspects of the game. We had a tank that was a good tank, but he had that bird head thing on, and he just wasn't that intimidating. Did a good job, but it was just, he looked like one of the birds from Angry Birds. And, you know, kind of takes the that immersive MMO feel, the RPG feel out of the game for just that little bit. But, you know, that's me being hypercritical. So many of the parts of the game are just spot on. Last night I was talking about how good they have done with this game, especially in differentiating. The zones look and feel different. Even within the same dungeon, you get this sense of variety. And, oh good, here's this wonderful, bizarre fight. Alright, throw in some DPS here because we can. Being mindful of the importance of heals. Uh-oh, Wolfgar's dead. What the heck? Alright. Shoot. Can I raise him? Try and do him in the middle of the fight here. Go. Right back into the fray. Phew. All right. Yeah, when a character goes down, it's scary for me because I'm thinking, oh shit, what did I do? What did I miss? But it looks like he just stayed inside the blast radius a little too long and paid the price for it. So many times the blame falls on the healer and then everyone gets all but hurt. Now when I say this, I'm talking about my previous experience with World of Warcraft. And yeah, a little jaded, mainly because of the horrible experiences I've had with it in the past. No one wants to play a healer if you're going to be the scapegoat every time anything negative happens. Yeah. This I haven't had any of those bad experiences. And I've done a number of dungeons now where things haven't gone perfectly. It's actually, you know, I don't want to say a common thing. The last time I ran this dungeon, our tank died twice. We survived. We didn't wipe. Nobody got but hurt about it, and it was a successful run. Let's go ahead and read those. Yep. So you can see I've already got so many of these items. I think I'm just about ready to move on to the next set of dungeons. So I'm going to be focusing on my main scenario quest a bit more and getting myself into a position where the gear will keep up with my characters. That being said, I would still love to come through here as a rogue, as a marauder, which means I'll have to learn how to tank these dungeons. But having watched other tanks do this well, I've had some pretty good role models that have helped me, feel more comfortable with the idea of actually tanking. There are certain skills that people are better at. I'm a better DPSer, honestly. I like ranged DPS. But at this point in the game, healing is relatively easy. As long as you pay attention to who's taking damage and know what spell to cast at what time, not a big deal. It's just important to not get freaked out when things go down. Because things are going to go down. Things are going to get out of control and it's going to take you by surprise. Put a little bit of damage on the tank, or not the tank, the giant up there. Just to help out whatever little bit that I can. Love the shield. Very cool. There are a lot of nice little elements that this game has included that, again, they could have taken the easy way out and just done the bare minimum. You could have just had a shield with nothing decorative on it at all. The designer said, no, let's put something on there. Let's make it special. Maybe it's a shield that exists in the game for other purposes. Cool. They chose to include that rather than just a regular old brass shield with no decoration on it. I appreciate stuff like that. Mainly because I play so many games where they, kind of take the easy way out. All right. We're down now to the last fight. This is a fun one. Worthy of a Sip of whiskey. Smooth. All right. All right, looks like the DPS are going to handle the ads. Nate is going to handle the boss. And I'm going to handle heals. Throw in a little bit of DPS. Looks like old timers. Oh, all right. Phew. Second there, I thought they were rushing at me. They're just trying to release some more ads. So you can see this group is not taking much damage. It allows me the opportunity to just throw in some DPS. And not generally something I do as the healer, but I'm in a position now where I can do that. Kind of nice. Ooh, except for Jack just got rocked. Whew. All right. Okay. That was kind of scary. See if we can finish off the boss here. Bring this dungeon to a close. There we go. Mission accomplished. Down he goes. Kaboom. Good night, sweet prince. I can't get over my outfit. That is just... All right. Let's go check out the loot. Greed. Yeah, looks like I have already gotten everything this dungeon has to offer. So, I was trying to find a way to recognize my teammates for their quality play. I've been recognized in the past, and I haven't found it yet. So if you're still watching this video, thank you for sticking with it this long. But if you have some input as to how I do that, to give someone praise for the work that they've done in this dungeon, let me know. Clicking on the name doesn't bring up anything. Bringing up, yeah, nothing here. Yeah, so if you know how to recognize players and give them some props, let me know. I would love to hear that from you, and I would thank you very kindly. And again, if you've watched this far, so thank you much. I appreciate it. Go ahead and throw down a like, subscribe, a follow. If you want to put some $20 bills in chat, hey, that'd be fantastic as well. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to more videos. We're going to try something a little bit different next time. I know this is the second time we've done this dungeon, but we're growing. We're getting better at this. We're learning. All right. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again real soon. This is Old Timer, signing off. Be good human beings, please.